Hey, it's Jonathan with Driving Academy, and in today's video I'm going to teach you how you can be a CDL student and turn yourself into a CDL owner and possibly make $7,200 a week, just like some of our other graduates. So one of the people who actually went through this process is Tim. And Tim was actually a graduate of Driving Academy a few years back. He actually has a pretty interesting story. When he came in for training, the first time I ever met him, he was interested in getting himself a license, and he was tired of his life going ups and downs. He had some years where he was doing great, then he had other years where it wasn't doing so great, and he felt like he was getting no traction. He wanted something that was secure, and he also wanted something that was going to be prosperous in the long term. So he finally did his research and nailed down that getting a CDL license was the best avenue for him. Because think about it. Once you have a CDL license, you have a skill now that you can go anywhere in the country and you can make a boatload of money. It's also something that's never going to be laid off, right? Even in the toughest times, CDL drivers are still needed. So this whole up and down roller coaster that you're used to is not going to happen anymore once you get a CDL license, and Tim finally bought into that process. So after trying a whole bunch of other things before coming to us, he actually figured it out and came to us, and he was committed. He knew that this is what he wanted because he wanted to change his life forever. So what did he do? He didn't really have the money to pay for school, but he did have an extra car hanging around, so he had to sell his old BMW, and I think he sold it for 35, 4 grand, whatever it was, and with that money he was able to pay for school. So now I knew that he was committed from day one, right? So every single day he started coming in for training. Now, in order to get a CDL license, there is a 2-step process. Step number 1, you're first going to have to pass 3 different written tests to get yourself a CDL permit. Step number 2, you're going to have to pass a 2.5-hour-long road test to get your actual license, right? So Tim really had no experience in driving a tractor trailer at all, so he started off in our classroom like anyone else. We taught him, and with our classroom training program, we have a 95% success rate of the people who go through that course the way we designed it. And Tim was part of that 95% and passed his written test the first time. After that, we got into the fun part. We got into our training yard. And this is where I actually got hands-on training to get him ready for that 2.5-hour-long road test. Now the road test is pretty hard, right? So it is 2.5 hours. It's not a walk in the park. But Tim was committed because he showed up every single day, always with questions in his mind and ready to rock and roll and do the work that he needed to do. That being said, he wound up going for the test. Did he pass the first time? No. He came very, very close, but because he signed up with our guaranteed training course, we are here to guarantee that he got his license, which means we took him again until he did pass. Now, Tim did wind up passing the second time around, so he was ready to rock and roll. A week later, we helped him find his first job, right? So after interviews and stuff like that, he wound up starting his job just a week after getting his license, which he was fantastic and very happy about. After working that job, he jumped around from company to company. We lost contact, and then he wound up saving some extra money, and we actually helped him partner up with somebody to start their own trucking company. And now Tim has 2 trucks by himself with no partners, and he's making over $7,200 a week. That's right, a week. So he's making more money than he's ever made before, and he graduated 2 or 3 years ago. So he went through all this process in 2 or 3 years. His whole life has changed. Now he's not one of those guys who's on the road all day long. He actually comes home every single night, and he has dinner with his girlfriend, and he bought his house in PA, and things are kind of rocking and rolling. I mean, he comes in every now and again to say thank you and to catch up with everything going on, but that is exactly what you're going to have to do if you want to start off as a CDL student and finish off as a CDL owner. We helped him every step of the way. We helped him find his first truck, find his first partner, start his own company, and we also helped him out in the beginning when it came to getting his license, which is the most important decision that he ever made in his whole entire life, right? So if you want more information about this, and maybe this story touched you because maybe you want the same thing. Maybe you're somebody who's tired of the ups and downs of life, and you're ready for something that's you're gonna put in the work. It's not get rich quick overnight, but then it's going to go up and go up and go up without the volatility of everything happening around you. So if you want something that's going to be secure, you want something that's going to make you some money, you want something that's going to be fun while you're doing it, You definitely want to click on the link below, fill out the form, or just give us a call, 908-525-3609. While we have team members here standing by to answer any type of questions that you do have. Our mission is to help 1 million people get on the road to freedom. We've helped Tim and so many others get on the road to freedom. Now it's time to help you. So, one more time, give us a call, 908-525-3609. Thank you, and have a great day.